Hi everybody, just thought I'd show you how you can fix a vintage 1947 Emerson Bakelite tube radio. This is the model 560 in burgundy. When I got finished, I was able to turn this on, and as you can see, it works. Sounds just fine. It's kind of an interesting radio. I had to retube it, and that's kind of a problem, because finding tubes is a bit of a hassle, but even worse, it needs a type A and a type B battery. Now your A battery, that's going to be a 4.5 volt battery. And so what I ended up doing was I used a simple 3 volt, a 3 D cell holder. And the 3 D cell holder, that's kind of a nice upgrade, because that means you don't have to go out and try and find an A battery at 4.5 volts. And this in aggregate gives you the 4.5 volts that you're going to need. The other thing it needed was a 67 volt plate bias. And in order to do that, I ended up getting some 9 volt batteries and just chaining them together. And because this has a, a B battery clip, I just soldered straight into the B battery clip the 9 volt batteries. And once I had that done, I had my 4.5 volts and my 67 volts, and then I was all finished. The antenna was a little bit short over in here, so I used some, this is a green wire, I don't know if you can see that it's green. I used a little bit of an extension in here so you could pop the back off. This is an extension for the antenna, and you can add an external antenna by clipping onto this if you want to. But I don't really need to. And the only other problem I had, of course, was finding all the tubes. Once they got replaced, and these were old, well, let's see, new old stock Radio Shack tubes, everything just seemed to work fine. And that's how you fix a 1947 Emerson vintage tube radio. I realize, yeah, it'd be nice to keep everything original, but it's actually a lot nicer if you can find batteries for this thing. And I got to tell you, if you do find the batteries, they're expensive and they're worn out and they're not going to work. So you got to upgrade to new batteries. And the only way to do it is to make some small modifications to the machine. Otherwise, you're not going to get things to work properly. And now you can take it to the beach and listen to AM radio. How exciting! Thanks a bunch. Talk to you later. Bye.